This week on Gaming Dudes Podcast.
I just want to say that Jesus is coming back.
Amen.
And that's incredibly important for you guys to know and to think about for anyone in any form. So that is important.
Amen.
Just know that.
Christ reigns.
So welcome to another episode of Gaming Dudes Podcast. I'm Bren.
I'm Spidey. Hello, peoples.
You're back again for another episode.
Yes, we're back. We're back again. We've had
still holding strong.
Yes, we're still holding strong. We've done 120 something episodes. That's actually the count, 121. So we have really. It's been 3 years, fellows. Let's do a little celebration for that. Here we go. I figured I might as well do that. Maybe I'll add some explosions, but I figured I'd want to add that. So good job for us. We've been 3 years of this. Spotify took our money, and
they did.
They took our money.
Was it Spotify?
Yep, Spotify was like.
That was Anchor.
No, it was Spotify owned Anchor, so they were like, when they took Anchor, they took our money. They were like,
no, you have to reach a lot more milestones before we get any kind of payout.
Sorry,
which means there were so many podcasts that were
going like money. Unfortunate. We were so close. We were so close to that $15. We
weren't even gonna cash it. We were gonna we're gonna put it in like a pack.
Yep. And guess what?
We did it. First time we ever made money off of content.
We almost did. We were so close. We were so close. And they took it away from us. Wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be.
Thankfully, I'm going to keep... Madam Web's doing well. 61 views. It's getting up and up. I project it's going to be even higher. Same with the Hassan stuff. The Hassan stuff was like a hit as well.
Really?
Yes, it was.
We didn't even use the right picture.
Yep, didn't even use the right picture, but it was a hit, dude.
It's funny that we didn't.
People loved it. So, yeah, I wanted to announce that. That was just that was one thing I wanted to say. So, on to you, my friend. What do you got?
Not much. I do have some things to react to, but gaming's kind of dry again right now. I mean,
gaming is dry.
I don't put that much. Like, I could put more effort into it, but it's like.
But also, I mean, dude. The game.
I will say, if you haven't watched Solo Leveling, it's like a really new anime that just came out. It's based on like a little anime webcomic, so you'd think it would be like bad.
Oh yeah, the freaking web. Oh, dude, those things are. Things are risky.
This anime sucks you in right away. This anime. All I gotta say about this anime is it's how, with the attention spans that we have these days, it's how you should do it. All I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
if you're a gaming guy, or if you like anime and you like action stuff, dude, you should watch them. Immediately into the action, right away.
Well, I did want to say one thing that I wanted to look into. So we got Luigi's Mansion 2 remake. We got that on the 27th of June. So, the thing the thing we watched like a year ago because they kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. Which, that's never a good sign when they keep delaying things. That's kind of interesting. I think Paper Mario's coming out too. 1,000 Year Door. I never played the game, so.
Oh, wait, Paper Mario. Oh,
yeah, 1,000 Year Door's coming out too. It's in June as well. So
I'll play that. I'll play that for sure.
So they're bringing stuff back. They're bringing some games back. So that's some stuff I wanted to add. Because I was hearing news that it was going to be like delayed, but it's on June 27th. So, yeah, that's interesting. So last June they showed it. So it's been a while, man. It's been a while. They've really been holding out on us. Nintendo has with those games. Like I'm excited. I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2. Like I said, I remember hearing that its structure wasn't as cool as the first games, but I'll give it a shot. Again. So
Give it a shot. And 1,000 Years Door is freaking awesome. So
And,
that's good
yeah.
news. That's all good news.
I'd actually like to
But
play.
of course,
Fable.
it's just like recycling.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Nintendo's really. I don't know what they're doing. Oh yeah, I did get some other news too, John. We have confirmation that they're making a Switch 2. We have official confirmation, my friend. We have official confirmation.
Show me the comp. Show me the comp.
So the confirmation. Well, it's not even. There's no like. It's just an article I can say. I mean, it's not really. So they basically have some testers were laid off for the Switch 2. That's what happened. Some testers on Nintendo of America's side. But now we officially know there is a Switch 2. There is a Switch 2. We're getting it. Don't know when we're getting it.
That's all we know is that it's happening.
That it is happening.
I knew it was going to happen at some point.
I'm saying usually though Nintendo doesn't. I'm saying we figured
will
this
I
was.
get it?
Yeah, I agree
I
with
think
you.
they'll make Switch 1 obsolete for a while. You could probably have your first Switch for like a while.
Nintendo is interesting. Nintendo is different. A lot of times
they
when
just
they
closed 3DS stores recently.
well, I guess
That's
what I'm
just-
talking
That's
what
been
I'm
running for like ever.
what I'm talking about is like, let's say you wanted to buy a game. I'm saying a lot of times they don't have the other game on their previous console. Like games for the Wii U weren't on the Wii.
Ooh.
Games for the Switch weren't on the games for the Switch weren't on the
I hope
Wii
they don't
U.
call it the Switch. I hope they call it something else.
I agree with you. I hope they call it something else too. I don't really know why. Like why they. Yeah, it's an interesting. I am going to watch with bated breath because I do not expect anything that good. To be honest, I'd probably only buy the game. What are you doing over there?
I don't know.
We're okay. What I was saying, yeah, that's going to be clipped too. That's going to be added in the clip. I get the feeling I'm going to have a lot of these this episode. But what I was going to say is, basically, you lost my train of thought there. But the Switch 2 is coming. Switch 2 is coming.
They call it something different.
I'm not necessarily excited. The only reason why I'd buy it, I may even just buy the games and just emulate them. Like I might just buy the copy of the game and then emulate it.
And buy it for Pokemon. That would be the only reason I'd ever buy it.
And they're guaranteed going to shove some Pokemon on there, dude.
Even at that point,
it's
I
you're
played
kind
every
of
Pokemon
stretching.
game in existence, and now I'm getting kind of.
It's kind of stretching its usage.
Not because they're not good or
Yeah.
boring. I think they're awesome. It's not about that. It's about like just give us a good one.
It's like I'm getting to this point where even with like Zelda's not doing so well for me, and I've seen an
That's what I'm
uprising.
saying. It's like, I don't really. They just need to. That's good news though.
Yeah, I've seen some uprisings as well against Breath of the Wild lately. There have been some uprisings against the style. The old fans are crawling out of their rocks to come out and be like, "Why aren't you giving us classic Zelda games?" Like they're starting to rise up, John. We're rising back up again from like a phoenix from the ashes. We are rising up and saying, you know what? Freaking Nintendo, you can make 2 Zelda games. You've done it before. You've made 2 Zelda games at the same time. You made Link's Awakening, and you made freaking.
Just face it, Seth. The new one is the new one.
Bro, I'm saying we are striking back. We are striking back.
Strike back, but Nintendo literally never cares.
Now, will they ever care? No. I'm saying it is nice to see the boys rise up again and come from the shadows.
I agree with you, and I agree with them. But I'm just telling you, Nintendo scoffs.
Oh yeah, no, they're like what? Now they did say one thing. This guy was talking about because
say 2 things. They do 3 things. They laugh at you, they ignore you, or they tell you you're wrong.
Well,
options you get from Nintendo.
His name's Enuma. He does Zelda now. He did say something. He was talking about they put a character from Ocarina of Time in Breath of the Wild. I'm not saying this is saying anything. And he's like, no one's going to know who this character is who hasn't played Ocarina of Time. He's like, so it's kind of a strange. He's like,
I mean, it's for us though. Like it's kind of cool.
That's true, but he was like, I almost wonder if that's a problem. He was only saying that because he was like, no one's played this game, so why? Like he's thinking.
Well, to them, it's still doesn't matter that much, does it?
Well, the way he was thinking
the
was
OGs were like, "This is awesome," and then to the other kids, they just find a new cool character.
Well, what he was saying, he was like, "We need to remedy this somehow." That's what he said, word for word. I need to remedy this in some way. So I don't know what that means. It's kind of an interesting word choice.
Oh, that's what who said?
Yeah, the creator of Zelda, Anuma, said that. Anuma said that.
They had to remedy it. Stop giving us Garbo Zelda games.
So
anyway.
he was, but I figured
That's
I'd add
interesting.
that. That's an interesting thing to say, word for word. That's kind of. I mean, how else would you remedy that? That's an interesting.
That's something.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
It is like they did put out like a blog post about who he is. They're like, play Ocarina of Time.
Well, he didn't even say that. He was just like,
I'm joking. I'm saying that's like the joke. They're like, this is how I'll remedy it. That's how they'll probably do it. Like,
he's like,
here, this is from
go buy our Switch Online service, okay? Go buy that.
Got a couple funny topics.
Yeah, so throw them my way. Throw them my way.
I don't remember this because me and Matt.
Gigantic Rampage Edition is a slightly shaky but thrilling. What is this?
This is what's interesting about it. This game, me and Matt used to play forever when it first came out. We really enjoyed it. It's a very fun game. It's like a MOBA, but it's kind of like Smite, but like better. The interesting part about this is when this game first came out, it was free. So they re-released it. It's the same game in buggy, and they're selling it for money now. But it failed the first time. You just re-released the same game, and now you're charging money for it.
Yeah, that's...
Isn't that kind of weird?
That's...
Your failed game, you just re-released the same game.
Dude, check it out. Nostalgia. Come on. Grab the nostalgia.
I'm guessing it's on Steam. I can check the Steam charts on it now.
I'll guarantee it it's not high. Or they're riding the wave of nostalgia if it is high.
Hey, I guess get money for your games as much as you can.
Yeah, dude, I gotta re-release the HD remake of the HD remake of the HD remake of my game. That's what you gotta do. 3,000 players.
I mean, it like just came out, so
I mean,
I guess if you want to have this experience again for a little bit, do it quick because this thing's gonna die.
Especially this game. I mean, there are some games that can survive off of like.
I think it's a $40 game. They made this much off of it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Your game has failed. 100%. That is a dead game.
And I guess it was really buggy too, and they sold it. They're like selling it again. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's never a good sign when you have a. That's the thing with online games, man. Sometimes they just hit that ground, dude. They go, whoop, like they hit a ground.
I thought the game was really good, so I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying it's unfortunate.
Also, Maple Story update.
What'd they add this time?
I'm level 174.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant it was an actual.
Level's not even 60.
Yep. So he's really. I'm 60. I'm 60. Yeah, I'm actually 60 this time. I got to my third job advancement, or my second job advancement, or my third.
So the grind's still alive.
Yep.
So it gets significantly slower as you progress.
Hey,
I think I need
it's fine by me.
I need every level. Dude, when you get up higher, it's like in the trillions of XP. Insane.
So they really put a cap on that thing. They really
like anyone who's max.
Yep, you're stuck, dude. Like very slowly going up and up.
Now I'm feeling like the significant amount of slowing.
Right now I'm in the fast phase where it's just going. You click one button and then
I would
everything...
say from 0 to let's say like 140 something.
Yeah, so I got the XP.
Probably to 160. I started noticing it slowing down at 160.
So I got the XP dump, like dumping XP on me right now.
Yeah. They're
gonna be dumping XP.
I'm still doing the Maple Guide, which still helps, but it's like just need to do like a lot more stuff to get.
Yeah, you can't just go, I'm gonna go to this dungeon and talk to people and go every time like super fast. Just literally, you don't have to do much. You just sit there, click a couple things, and then XP goes up like.
Yeah, so I'm close to the third job. I've never had a character that hit 200 before. So I'm close to next job advancement.
Yeah, so that's
which I've never reached.
So this
My
man
history of playing Maple.
This man has reached the
I'm determined.
highest. He's determined to reach 200. That's his goal.
Yeah, like higher than that, it's like I'll still grind it probably because it's fun, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll grind it as hard because it's just like so.
Yeah,
I don't know though. I say that and I'm like I'm gonna play other games.
Well,
and I just
dude,
end up playing Maple.
dude,
No.
once you get hooked on a game, you're like in. You're in.
Very true.
You're in.
I am like grinding. It's nice the enemies are getting harder too because I have to go like to higher.
Yeah.
And higher.
Now for me, I'm just in the phase where it's just they're so stupid. Like they're brain dead in my level. They're just so. They just die so fast. The beaver boss, he died in like 5 seconds. It was so bad.
So there's some games that people are saying we should be excited for coming out in.
So what games are we supposed to be excited for?
I don't know.
What
to find out?
Like what that's we'll see what that is. I guarantee they're gonna slap Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on there, guaranteed.
Think so?
Yeah, dude. They're gonna be like, dude, you could play the game. I'm like, where's Luigi's Mansion 4, huh? Where's that? Where's that, sons?
Ready?
Yep. What does it say? Vasia Ghetto Gothic.
I don't know. This is adult. Never heard of it. What do we got?
Oh, this is going to be controversial. What the?
Parkour? Okay.
This looks...
Parkour running from cops game?
Yeah, this looks... horrible. This looks like a mobile game.
Excited about this?
No, I'm not excited about this. Not at all.
He's excited.
It's like, dude, what is this from like 2013? This is really good here.
Oh, thank you. That looks terrible.
Dude, man, I shouldn't. Oh, dude, Dune Awakening. Speaking of Dune,
few survive it.
What?
I thought it was like supposed to be an RTS.
Yeah, what the?
It was like a Spice Wars.
If this is a survival game, this could be cool. If it's a survival game, keyword. Is that my boy Timothy? Timothy Shamalanga Ding Dong? Oh, this is
really good.
This is the strangest.
I'd want to build a desert house.
Yeah. You want to build a desert house, dude.
Kinda looks dope though. I'm not gonna lie.
We gotta still talk about Dune, my man. We still gotta talk about
Something's coming.
Yeah, we do. So you can see what you hate about it.
It's impossible.
It's not about hating. It's not about hating it.
I'm just kidding.
It's not about hating it. It's about
I think it's. I don't see. I haven't seen a movie close to it in years. Close.
Yeah. Dune was pretty dang good. Especially the second one.
Pretty dang good.
The second one is probably my favorite of the two.
I'm talking about. That's everybody's favorite.
But the first one, so you got the beginning part. You got the beginning part. You got the House of Atreides thing.
I liked it better the second time I saw it.
You got the House of Atreides thing. I like that. I like that they showed how what they do in their culture. House of Atreides. You got Paul working with those people, training, sticking his hand in the box, getting his crazy powers and and doing his nut stuff and having his dad being like, you're going to be something, man. Come on. You're going to make Atreides a name. You're going to do this.
Yeah.
Mom's propping him up like he's a messiah. He's going to be a literal messiah, which is pretty heavy expectations.
Yes.
And then,
is the cool part about the movie.
And then he's going out there. That stuff was freaking amazing. That stuff was phenomenal.
What did you not like?
I love that beginning. Like, I love that planet. You got the rain. And then we get to the desert place. And then, we got some very exciting, moments where, like, backstabbing's happening. Dad's dead. All this crap's going nuts. People are going crazy. Like, people are dying left and right. Atreides is betrayed. Paul's trying to survive with his mom in the desert. Crazy stuff is happening. We're really having a tough time. And then he finally meets the desert people after, the anal cavity. After the anal cavity, worms come up. As they're doing their little dances to get past it. And then he meets his waifu and then fights the guy. So that movie was good.
You're making it sound terrible.
Why?
He's doing his dumb dance thing from anal worms and meets his wife.
Yeah, but he looks like an anal cavity though.
He look gross. That's true.
But what I wanted to say was, I was sitting there, where they're, the point where they're doing the little dance thing, and I'm like, okay, can we get to the plot? I was like, okay, can we get to the I was like, okay, can we find the desert people now? Like, him and his mom are wandering. There's a point where I was like, okay,
it wasn't even that long.
Can we find the desert people? I was just like, can we, like, please? And then we finally find
such a short amount of time.
And then we finally find the desert people, and then the fight happens at the end. And I was like, dude, this is what I was waiting for.
This little the first one? Oh,
yeah.
You're still talking about the first one.
Yes. I was like, okay, where's the plot? Where's the plot?
Yes, the whole thing is set up. It's the whole point of the movie.
Yes, and then I saw the second one, so I was a little confused when I first saw it.
The second one, maybe like the first one a lot.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Second one, stuff was happening over and over. Characters were like, the whole
thing though, Seth, is the whole thing is like the first one is making it so it's all a build up for the second movie to be like,
the emperor's really attacking. He's hitting them, the evil emperor man from the first movie. He's hitting them hard. He's like killing desert people after desert people. He's hitting them, but they're also hitting back. They're really going after him. And then like they're hitting this man. Disgusting gloop emperor who's bathing in his oil. He's like a weird. And then I saw Drax. I mean, that was kind of lame. But I should start.
His character was lame.
I should start at the beginning. So obviously we got.
Let's start at the beginning. You don't have to start at the beginning. What do you not like?
So Dune 2, nothing. I don't dislike anything in Dune 2.
Oh.
I don't dislike anything in Dune
like,
2. I don't dislike any of it, especially that ending, dude. Oh my gosh, the ending was like seeing him become the Messiah, like this psychotic, seemingly psychotic, warlord who's going to take over planets, and I was like, this is so,
because he's not. I don't think he's a good guy,
and that's what was so cool.
Supposed to be the Messiah. He's
that
just
was
like
so freaking cool. That was awesome.
The whole movie's really cool because it's not a hero story. It's like an anti-hero story.
It's like you have that beginning.
He's the antagonist, but he's the protagonist, but he's like
he is an anti-hero, 100%.
Yeah, he's not a hero.
You said it right.
He's not a good guy.
It was
he ends up being a good guy, and then all this pressure and stuff pushes him towards this. And then after his dad dies, he's like, "All right, I'm taking over."
He's like, "Yeah, I'm taking over. I'm done."
Getting vengeance.
Because he was reluctant for a while. At the beginning, he was kind of reluctant. He was like, "Oh, I don't necessarily want to do this."
I think he didn't want to be like. He's a good guy. Like, I think he's just an innocent kid, and then it's just like he drank that water, the water of life,
and then boom, the Messiah comes out. And then when I saw that, so at the beginning, I was like, "Okay, he's kind of like a hero. He's like our Luke. He's like our
to get the emperor to kiss his ring." He's like.
He was like our Luke Skywalker, at the beginning. He's like our Luke Skywalker. He's such an innocent little boy, he's like trying to survive.
That woman trying to like talk to him and being like, she's like trying to like rebuke him or use the voice. He's like, silence.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So
literally my mouth was like,
at the beginning, and I'm not going to go long into this, but he really, you know, he's really innocent, and he wants to hang out with this girl. You know, he wants to be with the girl. He wants to be happy. He wants to live his life with the desert people and just kind of, you know, learn from them. And he's learning the tricks of the trade. You know, he's learning the crazy moves, and he's riding the worm. And they're like attacking the Emperor and doing all that. He's finding his friends. You know, that awesome dude. You know, the Thanos dude, Josh Brolin, his mentor.
I'm kind of coming in though. I don't know if that was a good or bad thing.
Yeah, but that was cool though. That was kind of cool. Him showing up alive again. I was like,
cool, but I don't think he was a good influence on Paul.
He is not a good guy. So she's starting to get suspicious of this thing. You know, Zendaya's character is like, this is very much shady morally. This is crazy. You know, you're thinking, oh, maybe she'll sway him.
In the book, she doesn't. It's in the book she actually doesn't like sway off from.
No, she cares. She like is all into him. I haven't looked into it.
I like that they made her like this in the movie.
And then, you know, Paul's like, oh, I don't want to do this. You know, he's helping the desert people. You know, he's learning from them, getting their culture. But then finally, his mom drinks the liquid. She goes wackadoo, becomes like a chief figure in the whole thing.
Even though she's still manipulating the situation, even from that point.
Still manipulating the situation. So Paul finally mans up, walks over to that dang bottle after, you know, enjoying himself with the girl. You know, they're trying to bond and become something. And then he makes the final decision.
Once he just had to drink that water, it's like, okay.
You made
your choice.
He drinks the water. His eyes go like bluish. He goes like nuts from it. And then he's like,
and the mom uses the voice to make the girl do her bidding.
Yep. She does.
This is getting dark, dude.
And then finally, Paul comes in. They're like, we're going to stage an attack on the Emperor. And I was like, oh, they're not going to be able to do that in the movie. They're not going to strike down.
There's going to be a lot of violence. It's going to be like probably like a failed attack.
And then he comes in with his worms, and they destroy. So this is before that they were getting destroyed. The desert people's home was like getting destroyed. You know, they were starting to have some casualties. But then finally, when Paul mans up and drinks that water, he comes in, and then he freaking they destroy the Emperor's armies. They destroy his like. There's no like survivors. There are no survivors with this at all. They're all gone. And he walks in there, and he's like, you know, he's like standing there with his people who are praising him like he's a god. Like literally praising him like he's a god. You're thinking, is this bad? Like, is this good? That's what you think at first. And then by the end, you're like, yeah, this is bad. Because
it's cool. Like, you're like, oh, just because first off, that dude's acting is
dude. Timothy really. Timothy.
He is like
that was
him, Zendaya. All those actors are like the next big thing. Like
I agree with you.
They aren't big now. Like that guy
is an amazing actor.
Paul was just like, whoa.
And he walks in there
from like this shy, timid,
like dork.
We watched his character progress, and he just
he hit every point. He hit every point.
Kid to a man. From a kid to a man.
And he walks in there,
and a fanatic man at that.
And he goes up to that Emperor man.
Charismatic man at that.
Oh yeah, he is. He's
You hear the fart?
No, I didn't. Thank God I didn't.
Okay, cool.
Your thing canceled it. I'll have to add it in post and pretend. What? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the joke.
I don't want you to hear it. I was just asking if you.
I should do that. I'm definitely doing that. Okay. Anywho, he's walking in there. You know, he's killed every single one of this guy's men. They're in this final room where they're just surrounded. And he walks in there, and he's like, I'm Paul Atreides. You know, I'm not necessarily going to hit this all at once. And he's like doing the voice thing with that woman, telling her to shut up, basically. She's trying to like mind control him. She's like, oh, I can use the voice on him too. You know, we can. And then he goes in there. But massive balls, by the way. Huge balls. This little man who was such a little baby boy at the beginning is coming in there. Completely different character. Challenges their champion for rulership. He makes the Emperor like kiss his feet. And then he walks in there. You know, this guy was introduced earlier. He has like 2 blades. He's like killing dudes endlessly. Their champion. This like white looking alien, this Voldemort looking fellow.
What a great effect, dude.
And he comes in, and in that arena fight, it was amazing. Before that, it was phenomenal seeing him like tear those people apart. Like, this guy's a threat. This isn't like the freaking Drax guy who does nothing in the movie. Like, this guy is a real threat. He's killing people left and right.
The Drax guy really ended up being disappointed.
Yeah, I was kind of sad. What is with Batista and getting roles that are like so disappointing? But he walks in, and then he challenges this guy to a duel. And at the beginning, it's looking like, oh, it's not really going well. And then he starts destroying the guy, and he kills him. He kills that guy, that champion guy who killed probably hundreds of his people in his little arena for sport. Like, he's probably killed hundreds of people. So Paul beats him. Paul destroys him at the end. And then he walks up and declares himself the emperor of these people.
You think he gets stabbed? You're like, he's dead. He's gonna die. I'm like, how insane would it be if he dies at the end of the movie? He wasn't the leader. I'd be like, I wouldn't be mad. Obviously, like, I'd rather have him be.
But it's like, I was like, what are they doing?
They really did us like this? Like, what's going on?
And then when he overpowers him,
kills him, and then even in front of the person he loves, he's like, I'm gonna take this woman as my wife.
Yep. He was like, I'm
in front of her.
He's
like, hey, I'll always love you, but I got stuff I gotta do.
Yep. He's like,
stuff I gotta do.
He was like,
I was like, Simps be gone.
Yep. And she left. She up and left. She was not a fan of this.
But dude, the scene, it was like moving. He's like, he's about to kill the emperor, and she's like, please spare my father.
Yeah, and yeah, no, it's
she's
very.
Like, I'll marry you, no questions asked. And he's like, making him kiss his bow and kiss his ring.
He's
like,
so.
And then he won't do it, and then he just pounds his foot on the ground like,
do it. He's mad. This man is.
I was like,
Timothy is angry, man. Paul is mad.
Like, what does he say to her? Or he's like, silence.
Yeah, he's
like. I was like, oh,
this man.
That Bene Gesserit lady's been like telling him what to do and being like in charge of him his whole life.
And he's like,
I'm done being manipulated.
Oh no, this is my.
He's like, thanks for all the power, though.
He's like, this is my plan. This is my plan.
He has the water of life in him, so he can see the future. He has the voice, and he has
a whole army behind him that's insanely skilled. Like, these guys are nuts.
Movie is going to be insane.
This was like a cinematic. I've never sat down.
Masterpiece.
I've never sat down and thought, because I'd never heard of this book. I had never heard of any of this stuff at all. So for me, I'm just like, oh, what's Dune? What is this? Lo and behold, I'm like, oh, this is giving me Star Wars feels. I look at the book's from the 60s. It inspired Star Wars. So this book is in a way, it's a father to many science fiction properties.
Yeah. Dune's huge. It's very good.
Dune, this movie blew my mind. It blew my mind. I didn't expect it to be like, and then, like I said, it made me appreciate the first one because I liked things being established. Yes. And then the second one, everything's at like full throttle.
I really liked the first one when I watched it. But I was like, okay, like, I really enjoyed it. It was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Tell it's like, oh, it's a setup for number 2. Like,
yeah, and then when 2 came out,
I still enjoyed it. But then I knew that this one was. Everyone knew that this was going to be like, oh, this is going to be like everything action packed. Like,
my jaw when he walked in as Emperor, dude, it dropped.
Just looking at the scenery, my jaw was dropping. I'm just like,
I was like,
this is gorgeous. Like,
this man was a boy. Now he's a man. He's accomplishing what his father wanted him to do. This is what his dad wanted him to do. Not his mom, his dad. His dad.
Well,
partially.
Yeah, I think his dad was a better man than what Paul was.
Yeah. Clearly.
I think Paul
is he's not like
it's kind of like not his fault. He was literally forced into it.
Yeah, this was kind of an unfortunate. But
I'm not trying to blame him for being the way he is, but it's like he was shoved into it even after his father died. He was like shoved into that position. His mom basically like the Bene Gesserit like no, and the Fremen.
They were like
making you
Messiah. They're like he's
like, okay.
He's like,
and now he's like, I might as well use this for my vengeance.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna. Oh, you think I'm gonna use this for? This is what Paul. Like Paul, it's funny that he actually did it. I didn't know if he was gonna do the whole Messiah thing. I actually thought he was gonna possibly bail out.
I thought he was gonna bail out too.
But
when he did it, I was like, did not expect this.
I was like this, and that's when my jaw dropped.
I didn't think it would be such an epic. I thought it'd be like a subtle, like a humble rise to Messiah.
Yeah, and then
it was the opposite of a humble rise to Messiah.
My jaw didn't just drop. My jaw fell to the floor. And past that, I was like,
the movie theater was like everyone was silent. Even Dad. Everyone in the movie theater was silent.
I was like,
during these parts where like
shock.
He goes to that whole like holy area and goes in that holy circle and he's like screaming at them. He's like, like I'm like,
I was like,
he's like ready to fight them all. He's basically saying, "Who's gonna challenge?"
Yeah, come at me, come on, bring me your champion, bring me your champion. Come on, boys.
You know, even before the ball though, like remember when he went into the circle and was like, he's basically like, who dares like challenge?
Who dares challenge me?
And they were all like ready, like they were all gonna do it. I was like, whoa, what is going on?
Come on, come at me. The gloves are off. Come on, people. Come on.
And his mom like really wants him to do this for some reason.
I get the feeling
even before the water of life, she like really wanted Paul to do it.
Yeah, no, that was her.
I don't know why.
She really she was really pushing him to do it.
Some sort of like sketchy thing going on.
It's clear.
Does she just want power? Does she want to avenge her husband? Like,
here's what I think.
No, she wanted him to be the chosen one.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yep, she did from birth.
Why was she just power obsessed?
I think she's power obsessed, but I don't know about Paul. I don't know if Paul actually is.
I think Paul's power obsessed.
I think Paul has
Paul's consumed by vengeance.
Vengeance, and
That's what I think.
I think he might have ulterior motives.
I'm sure there's more motives.
In some ways,
I think they're good.
I wonder if he wants to, rule everything, obviously, which is insane. Which is insane.
That's what it seems like.
But it's like,
he's like, all right, I'll avenge my dad and I'll control.
He's like, oh, I'm going to be king of the world. They're like, oh, what are we going to do? He's like, oh, I'm being king of the entire world. I will be emperor of everything, every planet. It's not just
like, I'm the guy.
No, like, I'm king. I am king. No one else is king. I'm king. He didn't even say anything about his mom. He wasn't like, oh, my mom's a ruler here. He said, I am king.
I wish I knew. I read the first book like 10 years ago.
10 years. That's nuts.
And I wish I like. I can't remember if it goes more into detail about why the mom is so
like gung ho about this.
About her son being.
She's like,
yeah, like hyper. She obviously cares about him, but it's like, what is her motive of caring if he's the Allah Hamid or whatever the crap?
Yeah, whatever the heck it is, the Messiah.
Hamud Habibi.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to clip that too. Let's just say tonight, like I said, editing, my man. Got some editing to do. Know. But no, Paul, freaking dude, that ending, I was clapping. I was like, I was thinking, this is as good as the Darth Revan twist. I know that's such a silly comparison, but it felt so similar. Where it was like, this twist felt so similar.
It just kind of made me feel like a movie about him.
I was like, in a weird sort of way. This man, because he also did, kill many. He actually beat many races into submission for his like Mandalorians. He fought Mandalore in combat and killed him, like another warlike race, and took his mask. And basically said, "Yeah, you Mandalorians suck, and if you ever try to come back to me, guess what? Dead. You're useless." So when I saw that, I was like,
do I think Paul's bad?
Paul's
Not to his core.
No,
Do I
no.
think he's good? Absolutely.
no, and I honestly loved it when I saw that. That was a twist for me that he actually did it. I thought he was just going to run
This
away
is
with the
actually
girl.
going to end up being very bad. Like there's going to be billions of people.
Genocides, literally genocide.
He's like, all right.
He's a genocidal. He's a genocidal maniac.
A small like golden path like through it. I'm like
Of death.
But what is that path?
And
Do the
destruction.
Fremen survive? Like what's the path here?
Oh, that's the thing, man. The Fremen. Here's the thing about the Fremen.
I'm starting to wonder how much he even cares about the Fremen.
I'm going to be honest about the Fremen. The Fremen are also kind of sketchy. I mean, they're all like praising like him a Messiah, going doo-doo. Like they're all acting like they're like these desert people.
They didn't help the situation.
Yeah, they're acting very interesting.
I don't think that they want. Well, they think that it's the Bene Gesserit that like made this prophecy up.
That's true.
And that for the Fremen, or for the
Fremen.
universe, but Fremen like believe it.
The Fremen are like, yep,
because they think that their planet's going to go back to being a paradise.
Yep, and it's like, no, it's not. That doesn't even. There's no way.
Yeah, it was cool having like skeptic sides of it. And
yeah, it was cool seeing people be like, oh, the prophecy. What is this? And then finally,
I don't know how they're gonna fit in Zendaya's character.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna fit her in, like
especially with this big finale, because he's not going to come back.
He said she'll come around. Remember?
Oh yeah, she'll
after
come.
he learned what the future is, he's like, she'll come around.
I wonder if she'll come around to his idea.
That?
Well, if he can see the future, dude, then
that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I'm like saying, like, she probably will come around.
And that's what he's. Well, I think this Paul's a freaking trickster. He's looking into the future and seeing exactly what's going to happen.
Happening,
and he's going to kill.
He's got this future that he wants.
And he's going to kill a ton of people that get it.
Does he want what he wants? Like, where's it all? Like, is it a split between the two?
Where does his loyalties lie?
It seems like he's just weaponized the Fremen at this point.
That's what he's doing.
Like, all right,
clearly,
they're a weapon.
Yeah, no, they're his weapon.
Okay, do you care about them still? Or?
I don't know if he does. I don't think he does, if I'm being honest. He's not acting like it. He's not acting like it. Now, I will say from his perspective, I mean, let's think about this. This man is vengeance filled. He is like craving vengeance. Craving it. He will do whatever he wants to get it.
He wasn't doing that originally.
And he knew that this path with the water was the only thing he could do.
Think like his buddy coming back wasn't a good influence. The Fremen weren't helping.
No.
But it's like he was saying he didn't want to avenge his dad, and that dude, his like buddy Josh Brolin was
like, "Come on!"
He's like saying like he's like, "What are you talking about? You have to." I was like,
I mean, those guys are psychotic and will do whatever they want to like rule the world. So they're not necessarily. I can see wanting to take them down, because if you just leave them in power, then they're just gonna go, come smacking down more people's freaking kingdoms, and they're gonna keep taking people over and enslaving them. I'm not saying this Messiah situation is necessarily a good thing, but it's like I wonder how he's going to rule the kingdoms. It's obviously not going to be very. It's obviously going to be very sketchy with how he does this, because millions to billions of people.
Going to be.
Yeah, there's going to be some
violence.
There's going to be some blood. There's going to be some blood.
It's going to be the biggest catastrophic.
This is going to be a cataclysm. Except, I will say this. He obviously sees some good thing coming out at the end of this. I personally think he does see something at the end. There may be something at the end that's
what I'm saying. It could be not such a bad, bad things are going to happen.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a war.
The question is, at this point, so a massive genocide thing is going to happen.
Yes.
That's already been
genocidal insanity.
Paul is already okay with that. That's not what I'm thinking about. Like, his final path he saw, is it good for just him?
Or is it good for the world?
Like, is he the main focus, or is it good for the Fremen and him?
It might just be for him.
For the universe and Fremen and him.
It feels like it's going to be him.
It's going to be for him and his
family. Yeah, and maybe he'll get the girl at the end, too. That's about it.
And she comes around.
Yep, so...
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. No, she
One of the weird things they do is they make it clear that the Bene Gesserit made up this whole story.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it's us. We did
But
this."
everything they're saying is coming. Paul is getting through and coming true.
Yeah, it's
I
very-
obviously don't think that's real, but it's like, so either Paul is so tough that he's just that smart and crazy that he's picking up on all this Fremen stuff. He's surviving this water stuff. He's
doing insane.
rallying the troops. He's taking control. It's like, okay, obviously that's easier because the Bene Gesserit set this footprints for him, but he's still getting through all these tests.
Yeah, no, he's really.
It's like you could have died when you were trying to ride the worm.
He could have been dead a multitude of times.
You know what I mean? So it's like he's a tough guy, tough cookie either way. Or it's like it gets hard because then it's like blurring where it's like, well, he is doing all this. So it's like
no, he honestly, Timothy Chalamet, what I was saying about this, Paul Atreides, he is exactly like Darth Revan took inspiration from him. Because what they said about him was that he was becoming a Sith to fix the Republic. That was what they said in the second game. That was actually his whole goal, was to become a Sith.
Becoming a genocidal leader.
To fix the Republic. Yep, exactly the same.
What's he trying to fix?
He's trying.
I guess the violent emperor and stuff.
Yes. With Revan, it was fixing a corrupt Republic. The Republic wasn't thinking about every planet or everything that was going on around the galaxy, and they were weak. So he wanted to build them up by striking them. It makes no sense, but that's how the
saw
writing was.
Clips of his sister in the womb keeps talking, and
that was the weirdest.
Going to be a really important role.
That was a very strange. Yeah, there's
some weird stuff.
But that's what I was saying. That's why they're so similar, is because that's kind of the same concept. You may be strengthening something. The world order.
The person I'm most confused about is the mom. I don't
agree. Her allegiances make no sense.
Like, she sees the future now, too, because she had that water.
Yeah.
But it's like beforehand, it's like, why are you pushing Paul?
Why are you so like, oh, you like, gotta do this?
Why do you want Paul to be this so bad? I don't get it. Your own son.
And the fact that freaking Paul chose it is the craziest part. He chose to be this.
Chose that and more.
He chose that and the entire universe.
He's like,
as his own.
I'm just being the Messiah to the Fremen. He's like, I'm Messiah to the universe.
I want this all. I want it all.
Like this. He's not even saying like, I want to be like the Emperor. He's like, I want to be ruler of everything.
That's what I think. Planet. That's what I'm thinking too. Every stinking thing is mine.
It's cool. He kept his identity, Atreides' identity as well.
Yep, he's like, I am of Duke of Atreides.
He's like, I'm not just Fremen. He's like, I'm everything. I was like, this is.
When I saw that, like I said, dude.
But he put his ring on, I was like, and he made the Emperor kiss it. I was like, this guy, that's cold.
When he's cold and he pulls no punches. He pulls no freaking punches. This man is ready and willing and able to destroy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Some of the best character progression I've ever seen.
Oh, dude, hands down.
And it was amazing because it's not your traditional hero story.
No, it isn't.
I'm like, this is so good because it's saying like people like this are actually dangerous.
Yep.
And not always people that you should be following.
No, especially this is a human man claiming to be Emperor of the universe and Messiah.
Basically saying like, hey, watch out for charismatic leaders. Like, watch out for people saying.
Yes.
I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like that the movie's going that direction.
Yes.
I was like, if this is a classic hero story, I'm still going to like it.
I'm still going to like it too, but.
This is very unique where we kind of get to be like.
This man.
Yay. Like, totally. But it's like. But then I'm also like. This guy's not going to be good. Like,
no.
He's not good.
No. What he's doing is he's so anti-hero, it's not even funny. He's the one anti-hero example that's actually an anti-hero. Red Hood is not an anti-hero. Red Hood is not an anti-hero. He kills criminals. He's not an anti-hero. He's very...
This guy is like about to cause... he's going to wipe out so
yeah, this man is an anti-hero. This man is like...
He's going to be murdering Billions.
not
Of his
just
own
thousands.
people, of other people.
Yep. Billions of people are going to die. Billions.
I cannot wait for them.
Oh, dude, like I said, dude, when I saw the ending and I saw that just final part, I was like, the credits popped up. I'm just like, in my head, I'm like it was the
Can't wait to
weirdest.
watch. I honestly can't wait to watch it again. I can't wait to watch. Next time I watch the second one, I'll watch both of them in a row again.
That was so good.
It's like now that you see the second one, the first one's going to be even better.
Oh, dude, it's and I didn't see that coming. Like I said, that I'm repeating it, but that's the best part about it. You don't see it coming. You don't see it coming at all. You think this is going to go completely differently the whole time. You're just like, oh, he's not going to do any of this crap. He's just going to say, "Stuff it, Mom," and then run off with Zendaya, and they're going to run away. And he didn't. He didn't. He did the opposite. He actually temporarily killed his relationship.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's kind of hard to be against someone when you can see the future. He's like, she'll come back.
And that's what's so funny is that he's like,
in front of her, in front of everyone who knows he's with her. He's like, hey, I'll always love you, but this person's going to be my wife.
Yep. He's like, sorry. The Emperor is more important than this. Right now, I've got goals to fulfill.
Got good-looking chicks all over the place.
Yep, this man is getting into harem over here.
This beautiful woman.
He's got a little anime harem, dude.
In the books, I guess in the books he doesn't.
He does never get with the.
I don't know what they're gonna do in the movie. I have no clue, but in the books, I guess that he never does anything romantic with the person that he marries.
Oh,
he's
so he's still
genuinely in love with the Fremen.
So he's still with her. He's still with that lady. The Zendaya character.
So the wife is more of
a title.
She becomes like she's very helpful and like tactical.
She's a political piece. She's a political piece. On the board. I don't think that
in the books, that doesn't mean they're gonna. I could see them going a different way in the movies, like slightly. I feel like they're have them have romantic moments in the movies, but
we'll see. Who knows?
In the books, he doesn't do anything with it. I did like it too because it didn't focus on like sex or
agreed.
drugs, or it was like very clean. It's a very clean movie. It's just like good cinema.
Oh yeah, it was just fun. It was fun to watch. It was a fun watch.
They had like a one scene where it's like they like let you know that they just did something, but you don't see anything or see it happen.
It's very obvious that
I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, it wasn't just like ooh.
It's like, we can have a good movie with all this trash you're putting in it. Like, thank you.
No, I agree with you, dude.
Very clean a movie.
It was nice, and dude. Like I said, it was. I was shocked. I was shocked by everything. I was shocked by the production value. It was insane. I was shocked by the visuals too.
It has to be. I'm not kidding. I don't even care. It's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. I think it is the best movie that has come out in existence.
Dude, this has been this, and be prepared, Marvel.
That's what I think.
Be prepared, Marvel fanboys. It is so.
How it only got 93%.
It is so much better. It is so much better.
How did it only get 93%?
I haven't seen a better movie than this in like. Let's think about this. 15 years, maybe even more.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe like 20-some years.
So that okay. How does that not get 100%? How did that movie not get 100%? It got 93. So at least they gave it a good score. But dude, look, okay,
like 18. I haven't seen.
So this random movie like called The Egoist. What a cover. This has 100%.
Oh, gosh.
But Dune 2...
has 93.
Has 93.
If anything... Dude, I have never seen a movie with this ending. I think the ending is, for me, what
I feel like LGBTQ is just a cheat code at this point.
It is. It is. Basically,
you're going to make a movie?
Yeah,
Gotta
yep.
do LG2.
Clap. Yep, dude. Clap, dude. I should. Yeah, dude. It's only.
I feel like. What's up?
Yeah, no, dude. It's basically just.
Yeah, it's a cheat code at this point.
It's a cheat code. It's sad.
For Rotten Tomatoes anyway. But Dune 2, like we were saying, I know you said the best movie past 15 years. I agree. I think it's the best movie.
It is one of.
I think it is the best movie I have ever seen in my lifetime.
For me,
I've
it
seen
is
so many movies.
It has been. You want me to be honest, man? It's probably in my top 3.
Like, what's in your top 3?
People are gonna hate me, but I loved Revenge of the Sith. I loved Return of the Jedi. Those movies for me were. Are they as good as Dune in terms of anything? In terms of acting, no. In terms of production, no. In terms of any.
Well, yeah, but there was forever ago. That's not really fair.
They're not even like Dune, and I would
wait. So where is Dune placed? Is Dune 3rd?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, you know what I might say? I might say they all tie for me. They might all tie. I don't think I can. It's like picking between my children.
You can pick whatever you want.
I can't pick, dude. I thought about it and I was like, this ending was so good.
Return of the Jedi is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I cannot pick. This movie gave me those feelings. This movie gave me those feelings.
It gave me those feelings, but like on crack.
Agreed. It gave me those feelings. I've never watched a movie.
I don't remember the last time I went to a movie and like felt something. Where I was like changed somehow.
It's been same. It's been since like I was a young boy. And
it was kidding. So good I couldn't even put my finger on what it was. I'm just like, I don't know why I feel so moved by this, but I do.
It was so gosh dang good. I was not expecting this thing. I wasn't expecting to walk out of the theater thinking, oh, most of my childhood is irrelevant compared to this. Most of my childhood is irrelevant in terms of movies. Irrelevant. All those Marvel movies, irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Get those out of here. Irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
I completely agree with you.
I don't even care. Original Spider-Man. Suck it. This movie's better.
Honestly,
this movie's so much better. This movie. Oh my.
I think that this is a very refreshing thing to happen too, because now the movie industry is like, everyone's going to be like, well, crappier than Dune 2, crappier than Dune 2. It's
yes.
Like, now everyone has to like step up their game. Because if you're not as good as Dune 2, I probably not even going to want to watch it.
Yeah, same, dude.
I kind of changed my whole opinion of like I love movies, but like, dude, that was like an experience, an actual experience.
This was so good. I will never, like, if I'm going to be honest, this is what I'm going to be remembering. I never thought it was possible. But this is so much better than so many things that I watched as a child. Yeah. This is so much better as a whole. As a whole. This is so much better than so many things. So many things. It is
life-changing experience.
Terrible.
Great. Yeah.
That ending.
Excellent movie. Excellent movie on all levels. Writing, acting, producing, cinematography, sets, costume design. Like everything is just like it felt like it was so there was two things. I wasn't even in IMAX, and I was getting like the sound was amazing. The sound and music.
Yeah, dude, we weren't
design. I felt like I forgot. Like, I'm not kidding. This is the first time it's ever happened to me in my life. I forgot. Actually, similar. Lord of the Rings kind of did a similar effect. Was the last time
it was very immersive.
Was like,
very immersive.
It was like I forgot this movie. I forgot I was watching a movie.
It's a very immersive movie.
I felt like I was in
the Shire.
I'm not like I'm a Fremen.
No,
I felt like I was like a bystander in the shot.
You're in the Shire.
Dune 2, I was like, I wasn't thinking about how like, oh, I'm watching a movie. I was just like, oh, I am like, I just forgot that I was like me. I was just like in their like world. Like, oh, I'm here. Like, same thing with and also the other time, like if I did get sucked out of it, it's like I felt like I was watching a documentary of like, oh yeah, this happened in the universe. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm watching like a documentary of like what happened for this like holy war billions of years ago or something.
And what I was thinking in my head, I was like, so every good video game I played, Knights of the Old Republic, was inspired by this masterpiece. Every single thing that I absolutely love was inspired in some fashion by Dune. Even Star Trek. And
it's one of the biggest sci-fi influences.
I was like, my jaw, when I learned that, I was like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Yeah. And I
was a little bit annoyed by the experience because I mean, I want to be loving, but it's like the guy in front of me was kind of like taking me out of it.
Yeah.
By Dad's leg shaking. So those are the moments I was like out of the scenario. Then I got concerned.
I was
about
a little bit too, but
you gotta be like loving and
not
about treating him any differently. I'm just saying like that is the only time I got sucked out of the situation.
Then when I came
Other
back,
than that, I was like, I am like enthralled by.
I was shocked. I was, like I said, those credits hit. I've never been that shocked in my life. I didn't know how things were gonna go, and it was so refreshing. It was so refreshing because at the end of Avengers: Infinity War, everyone's like, "It's such an amazing movie," and it was good. But you knew it was going to happen. You knew the good guys were going to win. You knew this was going to happen. You knew all the characters were going to come back. This movie had no clue. Had no clue what I was walking into, and it was so refreshing. I didn't
read the second book either.
Freaking refreshing. I'm so tired of the same things over and over. I like good guys winning, but you gotta give me something interesting, okay? Give me something interesting.
Oh, nobody's winning, all right, but I don't know if he's good or bad. I don't know if he's good.
So this is what I'm going to say to sum it up. Hollywood, watch this. Watch this movie. Learn from it. Study it. Change. Honestly, the age of the superhero is out. And originality is in. I'm saying it's out permanently in my eyes. It's not even on the radar. Get it out of here. Skedaddle. I'm done with it. I want something new. I want this to bring in a new freaking era. This is the best. Don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. You're not going to screw Dune up, but do not screw up your movies. Use this as an inspiration. Or else you're going to fall into the generic popcorn movie. And I don't want that. I don't want genericness. I want fresh movies. I'm so tired of seeing the same thing over and over again.
What else is this guy freaking... Dennis...
Whoever this man is...
Evu? What else has he done?
Whatever this man is, just... reliving the
he did the new Blade Runner. That was The Rival. That's another really good one.
He's just whoever this guy is. Please hire him for more things.
Because that guy was like,
please do a Star Wars movie, please. I will watch it. I will pay for it. I'll pay good money. I'm just. You ever get to a point where you just don't know what to say? You've reached a point where it's just like your brain is so blown, your mind is so blown. You're just like.
That's why I didn't have. After we were talking about it, I didn't have anything to say about it. I had so much to process in my head. Not because it was so confusing, but it was like. After we saw it, we're usually like talking about it. I didn't have much to say because I was just like, there's so much.
Because you're just process. Like this was a phenomenal thing.
I was like, it was so good that I'm like, I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. That's how good it was. That's how like.
And that's how you make movies, folks. God bless people. You know what? Like I said, you suck, Hollywood. You suck. You've been doing horrible. Dune will save you. So bye.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, dude. I don't get to say my piece, dude.
Yeah, no, say your piece. Say your piece.
What time are we at, by the way?
We're at like an hour and 4 minutes. We're not that high above.
Hey, not bad. We're not going too crazy.
Yeah.
But
say your piece.
I want to say God bless. I also want to say this podcast is about gaming, and it is.
Yes.
But we have other things that are important to us.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that Jesus is coming back.
Amen.
And that's incredibly important for you guys to know and to think about for anyone in any form. So that is important.
Amen.
Just know that. All right. God bless.
God bless. Christ reigns.